Okay, we're live. I'm Joshua Kemble, and I'm a full-time. I've been doing graphic design and illustration professionally for about 20 plus years, and I've also been an art director for about about 7 of those years now. Um, and when I'm not art directing for my day job or working on graphic design and illustration for clients or for myself, I am often working on graphic novels like Two Stories and Jacob's Apartment, which are my two graphic novels out. I might play trailers for those during the stream, but please check out Jacob's Apartment and Two Stories. Those are my books that I wrote and illustrated, and they're both really good. I'm really proud of them. Spent a long time on them. And I am currently working on a book called Not Death But Love, The Strange Supernatural Story of Elizabeth Barrett Browning, a historical fiction graphic novel that talks about the Brownings and Elizabeth Barrett Browning's fascination with spiritualism and seances and all sorts of really interesting stuff, full of intrigue, suspense, and romance. And I'm usually working on that during streams, but lately I've also been doing live streams of Risk games when I'm not able to stream the part of the comic process that I'm working on. Tonight is one of those nights. So I'm making more progress on page 69 of Not Death But Love. And I'm getting to a point where I think I'll be able to do some live streams. So probably tomorrow, if you're really into the comic content, tomorrow will probably be the night or the day, possibly on and off all day, where I'll be able to stream while I work on comics. Probably midday, I'd say, depending on how much progress I make tonight after this game of Risk. But that's not why we're streaming right now. Why we're streaming right now is to play my nightly game of Risk. This is a relaxing thing for me. It's very nice to like strategically think. And it's also a fascination of mine and a secret goal to become a grand master. I'm currently standing as a master, which is pretty cool in the global rankings for FFA, which to me is like the most important ranking. And we'll see where I get from there. So my goal is to try to get to Grandmaster. So we're gonna play a round of Risk. We'll play Classic Fixed, which is my favorite setting. We'll search for a game, and then we'll go ahead and play the game, and I'll walk you through my thinking process and my read of the other players on the board as I go through it. And hopefully, if you're new to Risk or you're interested in playing the game of Risk, hopefully it'll be fascinating for you and maybe help you strategize or play better. And if you're a grandmaster, hopefully it's entertaining because you can see all my misplays and maybe learn from those and be like, oh, I wouldn't have done that. What an idiot. So that's pretty much the goal of this stream. It's going to be fun. We're going to get into a game of Risk and we'll see how it goes. It's always interesting. It's always fascinating. And I love this game. And then I'm going to work on comics off stream. Okay, join me, will you? Let's go to our Risk cam. All right. So this is my Risk profile. I am called Jordan the Snooty. That's my character name on there because it's funny, the idea of somebody losing a game to somebody with the Snooty in the last name. So I figured when you have to kind of pick between, that was a good one to pick. So, all right, we're at FFA ranking. As you can see, I have about 19,770 points. That could go up or down depending on how this game goes. So let's go find a game and see if we get smoked or if we actually dominate the world. All right, here we go. So the most boring part of these streams is usually this very beginning part where we're trying to find a game. This is a fixed game with expert AI difficulty balance splits. This actually seems pretty good, and it's limited to intermediate to grandmaster, which is actually kind of cool. That means that a lot of these players are a little more seasoned, so it'll cost me less to lose to them, which is good. Let's see if this game goes. I like the one of the usernames that is playing in this game. If they hit start, that would be good if they actually hit start. One of the usernames is Capture Your Dad or Captain Your Dad. That's pretty funny. It's like a your dad joke. We don't hear those enough. We hear a lot of your mom jokes. We don't really hear a lot of your dad jokes. This game may not be popping off at all. Yeah, so one of the players is kind of, I don't know, cutting in and out of the internet. We had a full house. Come on, buddy. They might have dropped off because the guy isn't starting it. Zoso DeBard is an interesting username as well. I'm really hoping whoever's organizing this game hits start. If not, we might leave and just pick a different game. But this one seems good. I like 6-player. I like classic fixed. If you guys are watching along right now, let me know in the chats what you're up to tonight. A lot of artists that do comics, just like me, watch my stream. If you're working on a comic, let me know which one you're working on or working on creative projects. Wow, okay, this game does not look like it's going to pop off. So I say we give it about a few more seconds because it was really promising. That's like exactly the kind of game I'd want to do. It seems like it's being held up by whoever organized the game, which is kind of a bummer. I'll give it like 2 more seconds. And it looks like players are dropping out because whoever organized this game is not hitting start. So now we have X Sancho. And this is pretty exciting if this game does happen because it'd be fun if some of these people are grandmasters. Slow target. Seeing all these people pop in and out, but nobody's starting the game, so we might have to leave. What a bummer. It could have been a really cool game. Should we give it 2 more seconds? We'll give it like 2 more seconds. And if nobody hits start, then we'll have to just abandon this really cool opportunity. Yeah, it looks like nobody's hitting start. Yeah, I feel Jabez there. He's like, start the game. How's it going, Frank? What are you up to? What you working on? I hope all is well. We're kind of in the lobby waiting for this guy to hit start, and I think it's not going to happen. So I think I'm going to follow the other players and leave. And we'll find a different one. That was really promising, too. Yeah. Frank was saying 1 second, 2 second. All right. Let's see if we have another option that's classic fixed. That's kind of promising. If I can pick black, that's my favorite color on here. I don't know if it'll. Oh, yes. Sweet. And now Maestro is saying, let's go. Good luck. All right, here we go. This might be an interesting game, guys. We'll see. All right, we're going to start our game of Risk. Frank said I was making a video for the 100 Days of Comics Challenge. Nice. I just talked to Kevin the other day. Like 2 days ago. It was nice to talk to him. Good guy, good friend. Nice catching up with him. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so I'm in second position. That's a good starting position. I don't like, it's a little odd and tough that all of my, it's not odd, it's just the difficult part about where I'm starting. Oh yes, I will accept all alliances. In fact, I'll start making alliances with everybody too. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was just saying this is a little interesting because I think white might make a play for Europe. And I have most of my troops kind of stuck in Asia. So I need to kind of move into Europe if I'm going to make that move. And I think I'll make that move. I think my 5 stays. And I move my 3 up. And then I hope that my 2 doesn't get eaten, because that would be convenient to already have 2 spots in Europe. But I think purple might make a play for Europe. Although purple should probably, I mean, as much as I hate Australia, purple could take Australia. And probably should take Australia. But Australia or die can be a really dangerous thing in this game, as you guys have seen in previous Risk streams. I'm glad things are going well, Frank. Okay, purple is making the play for Australia. They go for the full beast. And hopefully they're smart and they fortify their 4 with their 3. Now, it'll be interesting if green is like one of those Australia or die players and just adds a bunch of troops and like suicides into purple. I've seen that happen. Okay, it looks like pink is making a play for Africa. Potentially. They might be stifled by blue. I feel like, though, if I'm blue right now, I want to get out of pink's way so pink can move their 4 in. So you don't have to blast through a 4. Like, moving out of the way of people, actually, as you do this game is not a bad play. It's actually a really smart play. Like, if I am able on this next turn, I think I fortify my 2 that's under my 5 so I can move out of the way of green. I'm really excited to see what green does, though, because green is in position if they want to Australia or die it to kind of do some hardcore Australia or die business. Okay, we're going to make it that 10. I hate hitting a 2 this early, but we're going to hit a 2. Sorry about that, pink. Are we allies? Well, we may not be after that. You might be mad about me hitting your 2. But I feel like it was in Europe. All right, let's see what blue makes a play for. Blue still hasn't really secured a territory. They were starting to kind of make a claim for Africa, but they've been kind of stifled by green on that. I have a lot of allies, which is good at the beginning of this game. I think everybody has allied me. I don't know how happy pink is with me for hitting their little 2. Purple moved their 10 out. Classic turtle start. And they're putting their 5 in position to move it out or to mess with me. If they're a smart player, they're gradually trying to move their 5 closer to themselves. Or maybe they want to break my 7. That's like the less charitable version of it. So we got green. Green is kind of still up the creek without a paddle. Trying to secure, I believe, Africa, but they're also moving out of Africa. So that's interesting. I don't know if they want to make a play for Europe and fortify their 7. That would be unfortunate. Or maybe they're Australia or die folks. So right now I'm going to move my this is going to cost me a lot of troops to do. Like, well, not that many. As long as I have decent rolls. So I'm going to consolidate my 8, which puts my 7 with my 7. Thanks to the players that allowed that. And as long as nobody wants to lose, I don't think they hit that 13 stack just yet. I don't have a card cash in yet, though. That's a little tough, because if green does have ambitions for Europe and I can't cash in on my next turn, they could break me and take Europe. Although I don't know how that benefits them to hit a 13 stack this early in the game. So that was a smart play by purple. They're just clearing out that 2 because that 2 is pretty much dead anyway. So you might as well try to use it for cards. Similarly, that 4 is in a pretty rough position, so might as well use it for cards. I think purple's competent. They aren't playing poorly. Pink is in position to take North America, but instead I think they're choosing to be a pain in the butt in South America, which makes absolutely no sense, but that does make me happy. They're making an enemy of South America before South America's even closed their borders. And I don't see white not closing out South America like next turn, and white has 3 cards next turn. So if I'm pink, I'm like, I wouldn't make that move when there's a potential cash in where they can just clear you out of the territory. They don't even have a cash in yet, but honestly, it's a smart move for them to try to wait. Did they skip? Oh, they got a card. Okay. I was like, did they skip their card cash in? No, they got their card. Here, I'm just going to eat a green and kind of fortify this. I'm a little concerned about that 18 to my right, but I still don't think they're going to just suicide themselves for Europe. Like, it's just not that appealing. Plus, I don't even have it closed out that much yet. Blue is a little odd too. I'm not sure quite what blue is doing. Blue could clean me out at this point in the game, but they wouldn't benefit a lot from that because they'd lose so many troops doing it. But I do have the 10 cash in my next turn, which is exciting. I also realized my hand was resting on my Wacom tablet. Illustrator problems, guys. But I don't want to accidentally okay, purple is thinking about utilizing their 5. Kind of don't like that. What you doing, purple? Why are you keeping your 5 in the way of my territory? That's very hostile. But I love that I still have a really clear path for my 1s. So I can get easy takes for cards. The hope here is I'm hoping green is just doing a no continent game. They seem like they are, but it's hard to know. I'm also really not a big fan of pink in the way they're playing. I don't mean this in a negative way. They're making a lot of enemies. Like, pink has put their 3 out there. And yeah, it's just the way pink is rolling here. They're going to have a very angry white to deal with once he's fortified his troops. But white's in a rough position because they have that 25 right there. White just told me to attack their territory if I need to. I might. But I think instead I'm going to bring that 2 out of Africa. And I'm going to fortify my 15. And I will make moves to start securing Europe in a second. We'll see how much of a dick purple wants to be. Honestly, that's kind of what we're waiting for. Like, purple, how much of a jerk are you going to be? And we're supposedly allies, but I don't know why purple would just be keeping their 5 there. Maybe they're waiting for pink to move their 3, but pink's been kind of a blocky player as well. Pink's made enemies early on. And blue is in a really solid position. I'm not going to break blue, but they have a lot of troops. If you notice, they have 2 4s in North America, which pink has not made moves to start securing yet. Smart move. Purple really does want pink to move to 3, but look at pink. They're an obstructionist player. They're literally wanting to obstruct. It's an interesting tactic. It's just like if you get your opponents all riled up and annoyed with you this early on, like you make enemies. If I'm pink at this point, forget about other people, start closing out North America. In this game, if you get too focused on the other players, you can really lose. Pink's not in a bad position, though. Right now, I think they're the table lead. So by kind of being a pain and having little segments of chunks of troops everywhere, it is benefiting them temporarily. But I still think the better route is like move your 3 out of the way of the 18. There we go. This is where white should close out the territory, and you're going to see that lead that pink had slowly deplete. With the kind of player pink has kind of exposed themselves to be, though, I don't know if I make that move as white. But to each their own. So right now I'm just trying to make the biggest stack that I can. Maybe I leave that as a 2. Just to cost somebody if they want to hit that. And I think at my next cash in, I'll try to close out England. But my England play is usually not in a massive rush to close it out. I usually very lightly will defend Europe and just have a really big army to hit. I think purple might get to the point where they just break that 3. If they do, that makes me very happy. Again, pink, not in a great spot now. Pink's made some enemies. The way they've been playing, I think they might break white. Maybe not. They're going to unify their 16 and 17, maybe? Wow, that's weird. I have no idea what pink is doing. I don't think they do either. Green moving to the ultimate no continent game position. If you're going to play a turtle game, no continent, that's the ultimate spot to do it. You can kind of bounce back and forth. You can, hang out in Asia. You can also kind of block anyone from fully closing out the US, or at least stifle them to where they have to put all of their defenses in Alaska, which leaves the other sides of their territory very vulnerable. All right, guys. We're starting to be in position to take the US, or not the US, Europe. And I'm just leaving a 2 there. Well, let's see if I can cash my cards. Wow, this is rough. I have a late cash in, which leaves me pretty vulnerable. Luckily, I still have a fairly big stack. I am definitely the second to last right now in terms of troop count. My suspicion is pink is going to decline in troops pretty quick. My other suspicion is why, if blue and I are allies, why are they lining themselves up to break my territory with that 3? Not a fan of that. So pink is going to start securing North America, but they've been put in a really awkward position by the no continent game that green is playing. So green is hanging out with 36 troops in Kamchatka. Again, if I'm going to play a no continent game, that's my favorite spot to do it. Very much credit to green. It's just a great place to launch attacks from. I don't know so much about just hanging out there, though. I think you want to stay in Kamchatka. Because now you have to break that 4. Unless I guess white just moved out of your way, so that's good. So I am going to go ahead and break that 2. I think I get broken this next turn by blue, though. But I guess we'll find out who our allies are. And so that I don't cost myself a lot, I'll just leave 2 there. Make it easy for you to break my trust, blue. Do they send their 19 in to break me? No. Nice. Okay, we're keeping in good faith. I think me and blue, we're gonna do okay. Not only are we keeping in good faith, but they just fortified to protect both of our borders. Well played, blue. It's a very pro move. Very pro move. Green, getting powerful. Trying to represent like, hey, I can't attack you. Which, by the way, or not, I just said green, purple. Purple is getting very powerful, but signaling that they're not going to attack. I think I'm going to trust purple because they're at 60. So even hitting me, it wouldn't make a lot of sense for them to lose that many things. I do have a lot of cards right now. If they were going to hit me, they should have done it when I had 18 cards. Okay, so let's up these by 1. And then I'm going to do the rest on 31. All right, now we're catching up a little bit. So we have 57 now. I have no doubt in my mind the way pink has been playing, they're going to break. I just don't see pink not eventually breaking my territory the second they get into Greenland. Because pink's just been so hostile all game. I don't see them not. I will tell you guys, look at where that hostility got pink, though. All that kind of like blocking other people from closing their territories and stuff like that. It just doesn't usually bode well by like late in the game. So blue is kind of lined up in a good position to take me out when they need to, which isn't a bad move on their part. I won't be surprised if maybe it's next turn where they break me because they have their 23 kind of lined up, but who knows? Maybe they don't. They showed good faith, and I'm not going to be the first to break faith till I have to, or I'm in position to completely annihilate everyone. I'm in a good spot right now. I should be accruing the majority of the cards. I think pink is going to break my territory here, though. Because like I said, that's just the style of player they are. I don't think they can play friendly with neighbors. Maybe they can. Keep an eye on pink, though. I'm curious if they break my territory. They're lining themselves up more for an attack in Africa, which is interesting. So I think they're a little more concerned about purple's 57 coming and breaking them, or that giant 52 stack coming out of hibernation. So the goal of that giant 52 stack, when you're playing the no continent game, I don't agree with their choice of location, honestly. That's just me. Again, I tend to just hang in Kamchatka, but I kind of get it. They want to their strategy, I think, is to try to disappear. So we all forget about them until they're super huge and a conflict breaks out with all of us. Like let's say blue hits me, and then let's say I don't have proper control during the game, and I like start going after blue, and we're hitting each other, and we're knocking our troops down. The strategy of a player like green is to kind of hang out till that happens, and then when we're weakened, they can swoop in and get all the rewards. That's kind of the method. When you're playing no continent game, you want to kind of hang out, disappear almost. Like you're not this threat. You're not this giant 53 that's just hanging out there. You're just a little you're non-existent, and then out of nowhere you kind of appear and sweep the board. I'm curious. I'm going to watch green very carefully. I could see a lot of flaws with picking that location personally. Pink is a very active player, though. It's hard to not see them breaking someone. They opted to go without cards. That was a very mature move by Pink. I'm actually very impressed by that. They're showing a little more control. So I'm really curious how the 55 responds if they start getting blocked in with big numbers. Because that's not a hard spot to block somebody off with. I'm just doing my slow build strategy, so each time I just make it cost one more for anybody who wants to break. And I'm at 4 cards, which is a dangerous spot. Because now it starts looking a little more appealing because I'm going to have 5. People are going to start doing the math, especially purple. If I break that, is it worth it? Hopefully purple can see it's not. Does blue finally make the move to break me? It's less dangerous than breaking white. But I am in a perfect spot to hit their 1 in their blue territory. Maybe they see that and start fortifying their weak spot. Ah, brilliant. Blue's in position to pounce. And if blue wanted to eat me right now, they could. It does look like blue might want to break through white to hit pink. That's my read on it, but I feel like blue and I have been pretty cordial. It'd be a little surprising if blue breaks me at this point. Blue is the game lead right now, though. Blue is at 83 troops. I'm at 70. So I'm tied for 3rd place. 2nd place is definitely pink. So if you're blue and pink, they're kind of keeping an eye on each other. Blue will be out-earned if they don't break me or pink. But it'd be a weird move for them to make an enemy so quick. Well, I guess it's not that quick. Maybe it's not that weird. Oh, thank goodness. We have the giant cash-in for our cards, which is great. Again, I'm just going to up these by 1. And then we're going to go ahead and move this down and become a little bit more of a pain in the butt if somebody wants to eat our stack. I wonder if the gradual fortifying of the 6s on my border are threatening blue. Bad move, blue. Does blue suicide? Like, what's their objective there? That's interesting. So this is exactly the kind of hostility that if you're green or you're purple, your play is kind of the same. You guys are doing turtle plays. And so of course they're going to take action. Now, does pink also betray me now that the door's been opened? Does pink go, let's take out that other 6? I'm not sure quite what pink is doing, actually. Now, I do question, honestly, what blue's purpose there was. Other than to cost me cards. Possibly a message like you're getting too powerful. And the sad part is I don't want to be in a situation where I get suicided, but I do kind of feel like we need to do like a little bit of a tit for tat. They sort of broke the peace. It's almost absolutely necessary. This might lead to the end of the game, but it's like a must do. So I think blue just keeps breaking me. Or suicides. But honestly, in this game, that was a pretty fair move. They should probably just chill. Hopefully they get the message. I don't think they do. I think they keep the war going. No, they got the message. It'll be like 1 or 2 turns before they hit me. Now, if pink and blue are in an alliance, they might trade off. So at this point, it might be like pink hitting me. Who knows? Because pink is not getting cards, but pink is the lead. I don't have a great cash in, but at least it's a cash in. Glad about that. I know that blue has designs on attacking me far before they're going to attack South America. So now I have very important intel. South America is definitely playing a very effective turtle game. And because of that effective turtle game, I feel like I want to get my guys exactly where they were before blue broke me, just to send a message to blue. Like, I'm not trying to break you, dude. Again, maybe blue thought those were a threat. Blue thought they were a threat. Is going to hit me again. No. Good. So we had a mild little disagreement. Blue is definitely putting themselves in a position to eventually put me in a bad position. But I don't mind our little tit for tat exchange as it stands. So I don't want to spread myself too thin. And even little conflicts like that, they cost you troops, you know? So right now, the board lead is definitely Magenta. Magenta is the player that needs to be challenged. Magenta's also feeling confident. They just broke that 77 loose. So one thing we could do to accelerate the conflict, which I don't think I'll do yet, but let's say we want to see white conflicting with their neighbors. The best strategy in South America is to kind of keep that 6 where you see white having their 6. But if you break that 6 that they have hanging out in Africa, this is where you're going to see blue start getting a little sneaky. Blue has designs, but those designs might change if I kill that 6, and that might be the next move I do if purple doesn't beat me to it. Because if I get rid of white's 6 in Asia, then white is in a position where they either can't collect cards or they have to make a choice whether they're going to hit pink or hit blue. And because of the kind of earlier hostilities, I feel like the door was opened a bit with that as a possibility. Hitting 6 troops is going to suck, especially if they very smartly know that's the move I was going to make. I can't afford to hit an 11. Should I break that 9? It's only 8 troops to do it, and it increases hostilities between white and blue. So I think it's like a must do. I'll take that hit. I'm going to take a gamble here. Now, blue might see that for what it is and get mad, but I want white fighting blue or pink. Pink may not be happy about that either, because I've technically just forced white to have to attack them. Blue might hit me now. Nope. I weakened myself to make that attack. But I'm interested in seeing, does white stay passive? White just gave me a thumbs down. White might get mad and like suicide me now. But it's a classic play. So the question is, does white get cards from pink or does white get cards from blue? Does pink have to switch strategies? Yeah, white just ended our alliance. I feel kind of bad, but it's a classic move. That's the big weakness of South America, because now white has to make a choice: attack blue or attack pink. Now, if white's really mad at me for that move, by the way, green is in a really destructive position right now for like everyone on the board. But if white is like really bitter at me, oh, white's not going to collect cards. They're doing the slow play and hoping conflict breaks out before. Hopefully, we all can keep cool. That's what I'm hoping. Hoping we can all keep cool, guys. I know I just put your neighbor in a mood where they have to eat you to get cards. But we're all cool. We're all friends. Okay. So the table lead right now is pink. I am shortly behind pink. A little bit ahead of blue. Not very ahead of blue because blue has 4 cards. I am kind of counting the clock down for when blue decides to break my territory again, especially after that move on white. How long does white just kind of hang out there and not get cards? Because the longer they're trapped, they're not getting cards, like the further behind they'll get in the game. But they're in a less offensive position, so they can play a similar game to green, except green has the advantage. Oh, pink saw what I did. Pink's going to hit. Maybe? Maybe pink's just upping it because of my 10. Be a strange cost. I guess it makes sense, though. Because if they break white, they have like a 93. They can just roll through them angrily. It's a high-tension game, guys. So white is definitely preparing for an attack of some kind. Will hubris come back to bite me for making that move? I wasn't playing very nice with white. But I also need some tension with my neighbors. Like, if I'm going to win this game, I need pink and white somehow conflicting. I need purple and pink and green conflicting. I need blue conflicting. Blue's going to break my territory. I don't see them not. Although we've managed to play cool so far, and we're pretty much even on accruing troops. Okay, guys, we've been playing for 47 minutes. I'm going to put on a trailer, and then I will be right back, and I'll let you guys know what happens. Hopefully no one suicides my character. All right, let's see. Let's find a good trailer here. Purple making their move. Not closing themselves off. Very professional. Very good player. All right. Here's the trailer for Jacob's apartment. I'll be back. Speak clearly, it seems that only in dreams can we be these things we've seen and walk around breathing I don't know the part to play in this heart of mine. There's dissonant things, they split at the seams. All right, guys. That was a trailer for my book, Jacob's Apartment. Purple is still playing a very passive game, but accruing quite a lot of power. Me and Pink is the table lead. I'm following close behind Pink. White secured all their troops to one spot, kind of begging for someone to break them. What happens next? The other question is, blue can make a real low-cost hit if white and them are allies, and white is a sophisticated enough player. Blue could roll through, break Pink's territory. And these players are not going to like that I've been very slowly securing my borders, but I'm trying to do it in a very slow, methodical way so that it's not threatening. Because my theory on it is right now me and pink are going to take this game to the end if no one makes any moves. Pink probably securely gains the win. But at this point, pink's at 147 with 5 cards, so they're definitely having a cash in. They might make a move against me next. I don't think they do, though. Because pink seems like a really good player. Plus, any move pink makes on me makes them vulnerable to this 105 stack and the 126 stack that's to my right. Keep in mind, I'm in a similar boat. I have a good chunk of troops, but I only have a 99 stack. This might be the moment pink makes the play, though. They are fortifying. But again, that could just be keeping up, making sure they're in position to like attack when they need to. Pink is not playing bad, though. They have closed off their 107, though. So if green is smart, what green does is just eat at the extra thing without closing their troop off. They just close their troop off. Probably knowing someone will break it. I think I like the idea of not breaking green. Although I think that maybe purple does. Oh, I forgot my strategy for a second there. It's a very slow and steady strategy, but I think it works because it's kind of securing my borders a bit, but in a non-threatening manner. I'm definitely slightly vulnerable though, because there's a 126 stack that if it gets bored with this kind of like peacetime, which tends to happen, they can kind of easily break through. Blues 122 can easily break my territory. The 16 they just put up there can easily break my territory. But me and pink are quickly out accruing everybody in troops. Pink's in a much stronger position because they have a bigger stack and they're only split into 2 stacks. I'm in an okay position only because I've slowly built my other stacks. Pink is kind of held hostage, though. The only person pink really, if they want to make a massive attack, the only person they can somewhat safely hit is me, which isn't a great position for me to be in. But if I'm pink, right, and I'm table lead, at this point, you want peacetime as long as possible because you're at 175 troops. Why wouldn't you just chill and just build that stack super big? The longer white plays passive, the quicker white just gets buried. Now, green is making a kind of more proactive move. I wonder if green's going to hit me, maybe break my territory. It's a fascinating one. I don't know why they'd make that move, but I've seen people make some weird moves. That would be suicide. But it's possible. You occasionally get players that are not playing to win. Oh, Philip said, good evening, World Conqueror. Good evening, Philip. And Landon Huber gave the, yeah. How's it going, guys? Philip, how are you doing? Are you working on your book? I'm going to be working on my book after this game. Let's see, whose play is it? Purple. Purple's been very patient. They have a very big stack. Purple can do a lot of damage. pink is definitely the table lead. And the like it's a weird game right now because there's not a lot of people in position to challenge pink in any reasonable way. So green, do they make the suicide play? They were kind of getting in a position for action. That is a very threatening position for me. Like, it just, oh, green's making me really uncomfortable. But what can I do? I'm glad I took out white's extras. That is not a good card cash in. But with green kind of hovering around, I'm just going to cash in cards as I can. And again, my neighbors probably aren't happy about these things that started out as ones becoming 16s. Every time I up it by one, it's going to cost them more troops to break me, which is the whole intention of that. I'm trying to disincentivize people from breaking my territory. So I'm in a healthy second place. Playing nice with my allies. My allies have been playing nice with me. The question is, when does the nice play end? I have one enemy on the board who broke our allyship, partially because I did kind of screw them over a little bit. It was the white player. They had their troops. The classic South America. Thomas Adams said, "Dance of Dragons." LOL. So South America was doing the classic South America strategy where you keep a little small stack of troops in Africa and you start collecting cards that way. And I took out their little their card collector in Africa. Sorry, not in Africa, in Asia. And so now they're stuck in South Africa and they've been adding troops, but they're not collecting any cards because they don't want to create hostilities with their neighbors. But I did it so that white eventually hopefully does create hostilities with their neighbor. And also because blue was getting a little frisky with me by breaking my territory, so I wanted blue to be really concerned about white getting bored and wanting cards. That keeps blue left facing. I'm not sure the play that green is doing here. Green is definitely getting a little frisky and bored. I think green suicides pretty soon. And I just hope the player they pick to suicide is not me. Green taking that position isn't a bad call because that's actually card blocking blue. So green right now is making a threat and telling me to attack pink. But why would I attack pink? I'm not in position to attack pink. So I think green will, and green's telling me to attack. Wow, that's so weird. They're just telling people to attack each other. Now, I'm not going to preemptively attack blue. I'm not going to take green's commands, but I hope green is not dumb enough to suicide because, again, I like them. I like the move they're making, and that will force blue to attack me. I like that they're blocking my card collection. But how am I going to attack pink? Blue has to either hit me or white right now. As if they want cards. They're going to hit me. But they just ate 17 cards to do it, and then they just killed green. Well done, blue. Now, does blue suicide me now? Oh, they suicided pink. If only it were my turn. This might be purple's game. Does purple just play slow and safe? Does pink just play slow and safe? You're not going to eat. You're not going to get those 5 cards. It's only 18 troops to get. That was a lame suicide on the part. Wow, pink is pretty slow, so I'm kind of hoping they run out of time. Seems like they have their animations still on. Thank you, Pink. Thanks for the gift. Do I extend white and olive branch after I take those blue cards? Right now, the table lead is purple, and I'm in a dangerous position where purple can very quickly break me. Pink has been knocked down a bit, so pink is now 3rd position player because of a suicider, which is kind of a bummer because I don't feel like pink was playing a bad game. I'm a bit surprised by that. Okay. So white wants war with me, apparently. It's interesting. Ah, these lame kind of suicide-y players just kind of wreck the game. They said, how about an alliance for now? After you just put your gun right in my face? You just put your gun in my face, man. Oh, no! No, no, no! Oh my gosh, this game sucks. Okay, let's try that. I like the idea of... What can we do here? I think what we'll do is... we're definitely going to break this territory. I'm a little baffled why they would do that, but hey, if you want Europe, you go ahead and take it. You just have to hit my 17. Accept alliance. Sure. The question is white such a sore loser that they suicide me? Because that would give the game to purple. And unfortunately, people don't play the game of risk to win all the time. So who knows? Be a weird move. I've been pretty cool with white. I feel like if I'm white at this point, I take England, but maybe let me move my 17 out of there. If you want Europe, take it. Don't hit my 17 stack. If you want to be cool. Cool. We're cool. I mean, if you want to be in Europe, man, you hit Europe. The only problem is 100%. I'm going to say, okay, that's fine. You are good. Yeah, white's playing a weird game, but if they wanted to trade territories, I'm happy with it. Purple, if they're smart, break through and take Africa, but purple is playing a very slow game, so I think they're seeing hostility brewing, and they want to see everything bubble up. If I'm purple, I want to sit back till white does something stupid, because white has definitely done some stupid things. I'm white, again, like, I don't know why they made that play. Now, if white takes Africa and Europe, I might have to break them because that's just too much. But if they want Europe, take Europe. We're cool, man. That move they made does not make a lot of sense, though. And I'm accruing 10 cards, so that's cool. I will take those 10 cards. I'm going to go ahead and just keep building up the bridge here. I guess we'll start fortifying Africa a little bit. A little bit. I'm definitely in a vulnerable position now. But I'm at 192 troops, so right now I'm the table lead, so I don't see purple not breaking through and at least breaking Africa. Yeah, purple's pretty much saying, what are you doing, dude? Pink is accruing 10 troops too. I'm surprised they're letting pink get away with that much territory. It's a little bad. Easily rectified, though. And purple's game is just to sit back and watch tensions grow. Watch till white does something dumb like break that 22. I guess what we can do now is get that 3 out of white's territory. I'm going to say, sorry, but I need to attack your territory. Just to get the 3 out of your way, dude. I'm just going to break myself up into little chunks now. Makes me a little less dangerous, but I'm accruing some power, guys. Very easily rectified power, but power nonetheless. I like Thomas Adams' comment about Dance of Dragons, though. It definitely has that vibe. We're actually kind of in pretty safe territory. The problem is we need to start chewing at Pink's presence in Asia, because Pink is very quickly going to catch up. Because they're accruing about 10 cards per turn at this point. But if white wanted to take that territory where they're more in the crosshairs of pink, I will gladly give it to them. White wanted to play... White really wanted to do the that play. All right. I don't mind getting 9 cards per turn. I think what I do is we do that same trick where we're going to fortify by 1 each time. And then I'm going to kind of, maybe we'll fortify this by 1 too. And then we'll kind of collect a card from pink. And then that card will go to my big stack. Big stack. Now the question is, does white break me the instant they get 8 cards? I would say from their kind of erratic playing and the choice to trade territories for no reason. I'm the table lead currently. Pink is now the table lead, now that they cashed in their cards. Pink is in pretty good position to get closer to stealing this game as long as it stays as passive as it is. And now pink is making actions to attack me, which is a smart play, especially if they're collaborating with white, which they might very well be. So they did 25, right? I feel like I want to just make this 20, just to make it cost more than it's going to cost them to break white. We'll just make this 1, 1, 1. And let's do like a... This opens purple up to clear my Africa if they want, which I'm kind of okay with. It is hard to play these two territories, and one of them will break. Probably my least fortified one. Then again, purple doesn't benefit with their gameplay for like a throwing off of balance in which they're instigating. If you want to play purple's game right, you're waiting for pink to go off. You're waiting for pink to send that 25 into my stack, and then pink and I start going at it. Or you're waiting for pink to break white, which pink really wants to do. Now, I want to explain why I didn't match that 25 on my border with pink. If I had brought that to 25, then pink's going to feel like I'm prepping for war, which I am not doing. The white player's kind of erratic, so I won't be surprised when they start making a play for Africa. I finally have a good card cash in. So what we'll do is we'll do our 1s across the board. And then we'll do our cash in. And my cash in, I'll just go ahead and kind of need to knock back pink like... but never mind. We won't knock back pink. And again, I don't want to create an arms race with pink where we're like, they're adding to their 25. I'm adding to my 21. So I have 226. Pink is at 231. Pink is definitely at a huge advantage because literally no one wants to break pink. And if I make the move to break pink, I am target number 1 and I'm very easy to break for pink. White has actually put themselves in a really bad position. It's a more defensible position, but I'm in a much better position for passive play. And I think white might actually want to do a passive game, but they switched to active, I think, before they were ready for it. So that's a benefit to me. So that's 14, 4. Do you think we should move this 4 to my stack or to my 26? I don't want to split myself too much. I'm already split pretty heavy. Purple. When does purple take Africa? That's the easiest move for them to make. Or break white, which would cost them nothing. And if white retaliates, they'd suicide out of the game. I think purple just really wants us all to conflict with each other. But the longer purple does that, the more me, white, and black. I guess me, white, I am black. So me and white and pink pretty much dominate this game. Like purple's going to get left behind. However, purple's hope is that the superpowers now, they're all established. We have a pretty good balance. Yeah. I'm going to say no. I'm not attacking white, dude. Purple is telling me to attack white. Why would I attack white? No. Okay, purple's looking for an excuse to take Africa. You're just going to have to take Africa, dude. I know we're supposedly allies, purple, but that's not an ally call. Why would I attack white? Why is white card blocking me? Okay. I was like, if white decides to card block me, then we're in business. Then we're talking. But no, like I'm not gonna attack white. I'd rather you cost yourself the cards to get Africa or whatever, and then I'm no longer like a big old threat. And then white can come and hammer you home. Although if you're patient, purple, and you like played this game more than once in your life, right? You'd notice that that like white is in position to attack pink. Don't interrupt that. Let white hit pink. This is what we want, purple. Don't be dumb. Be patient, man. Look at that beautiful 23 that white just lined up. This is the downside of playing this game where you can't talk to players like when you're playing at a table. Because I'm like, look at that 23. White very slowly moved there, and I'm not sure if pink noticed. If pink breaks white, they did notice. Oh, they did notice. So they did a little threat saying, hey, you got a 1 right here. I can break you. Tensions are going up between white and... Where did that... Oh, they moved their 30 out completely. But now they have a 186, so they're getting ready to roll. I think they're ready for pink to kind of break them. I'm loving this little like one at a time game. It's a strategy I kind of picked up recently, and I think it's kind of awesome. This is like a very slow building of your fortifications. But again, you guys also have to realize like my Africa is very weakly held. I shouldn't have left that 3. Now white's going to think I'm card blocking them. Or purple's going to think I'm card blocking them and not realize I just did that because I want it's better for me to consolidate that 5 into my stack. So purple's not a fan of me right now. They want me attacking white. I'm kind of vying. I'm hoping that pink breaks white, but I think pink instead breaks me. Maybe this is pink right now trying to open up purple for a broad attack. This is a very strange game. It's been going a while. This is very much the slow, patient game. I don't like that pink put a 35 there. I definitely don't like that there's an 18 right on my border there. Not sure what you're doing there, Mr. Man. Not sure quite what you're doing. They just sent me a heart. Pink sent me a heart. Pink's going to break my territory next turn. And I'll let him. Is this going to be a joint attack from both purple and pink? Why would purple team with pink? Very good. Purple's getting aggressive. Purple left my 1 alone for a second there. I love it. Break them. Yes. Don't eat them, though. You're literally giving us the game if you do that. Oh, bad playing. So purple got impatient and just decided, not only am I taking that, now purple's going to probably go further and take Africa, because why not? Hey, I'll let you have Europe. That's cool. Now pink's gonna take Europe, you dumbass. This is getting good. I don't like that my 172 isn't in like attack position. They're telling me to attack pink, but why would I do that? And now they're telling it's pink to attack black. Little instigators. Why would I attack pink again? I have no reason to attack pink, man. You're the one who just killed your borders and stuff, so sorry, dude. I'll hit a pink. Let's see here. I'm just gonna do this very slow play. I'm gonna kind of let purple have their cards, so I'm just gonna hit pink here. Because purple's in a rough position. I don't even know if they can take my Australia. Now pink can. Or not Australia, Africa. Pink can definitely break Africa. But I want purple accruing those cards. I don't want to be completely dominated in this game. I might have to move my 126 if purple doesn't suicide. I'm not quite sure why they're not attacking pink. I guess I need to break pink at some point. I do have 5 cards. I think we need to do a big move. Oh, why did I skip the fortify phase? I could have had this game. I continued to lock my my 176. I won't be surprised if purple suicides me after that. I like that pink's in a rough territory where I don't think they have enough cards to break my territory. So they're going to miss a turn. I don't like that I didn't fortify and move my 176 up so I can make a bold attack. It's an interesting play by pink. Now they're going to move their 198 into attack position. They have to. Oh. Interesting. They're going to keep it closed off or split it, which is great. It's what you want. That is lovely. 48 comes and breaks my territory. Or purple breaks and opens up pink for the attack like a clever beast. Oh, they don't. I love it. It's on pink. So we're playing endgame strategies here. Game is close to finished. Pink just made the death move. That's good. I want to do that move to pink. So let's do this. Let's start eating everything. I want to leave pink's 59 in play a little bit. Let's see. Where are we at? I think we're in position to do a bit of damage here. I might have miscounted, but I think I'm in pretty good position. Purple having 10 troops isn't great. That was a miscalculation on my part. I really wanted to kill pink. Oh well. It was a fun end game. Do they hang in Australia? Come on. Let me kill pink. Good job. That's good. At least I can kill pink. Or attack pink a little bit more effectively. They're going to move their 59 out if they're smart. Oh, thank you for opening up my 3 there. Are they going to just hang there with their 59 in there? Go ahead and keep your... Ooh. There we go. Now we're playing. Now we're playing the big boy game. This is a dangerous game at this point, guys. So we got 11. So what we need to do is we need to do a dual attack. This is weird because we're playing a couple players here. 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we keep the 8 in play. I think we make a wilder attack, reducing the size of pink. I don't know why I opened up their 25. So now that I did open up their 25, we might as well just go balls out. So it's 36, 53, 18. I think that pink wins this game if they have a card cash in. Purple can do some damage to me, but I think purple wants me to kill all my troops killing pink. If they blow themselves out now, they give the game to pink. Maybe they want to give the game to pink. They want to give the game to pink. Because they're in bad standing right now. Like, you're easy to eat for cards, man, and now you have 4. So pink should make a play to eat purple right now. That would be the winning move. Go eat purple, then eat me. very... Oh, I'm kind of liking this. I'm kind of liking this position. If they're just going to eat me, that's fine. For the 3 cards, I guess? They're just not as valuable as your cards, man. All right. That's cool. Really? You're going to let me... Okay. Okay. So we're going to put our 7 here. Well, let's see here. Let's cash in. Let's see how many cards we get. So do we get 17? So I need to put like 3 here. Okay. Let's just hope this works. This is a risky one. Please go all the way through. Please give me their cards. Oh, they only have 4 cards, so I won't get a cash in from this. And I can't break their territory. This might be Pink's game at this point. If that had just been a cash in, let's just eat as many cards as we can. They're only accruing 8 cards, so they're actually, yeah, 53 to 45. Yeah, this might be the end game, guys. It was still fun. The one error I made in that wild attack, I could have done it if I had moved my 131 to their border 1 turn earlier. I do like what they're doing, though. The slow play makes me very confident. They may not take this game. That was a good move. Like, you don't have to worry about breaking Australia. Unfortunately, I'm now accruing 10 troops. Do you have cards too, though? Yeah, Pink has some cards, so this may be a short-lived game. We'll have to see. So right now, my goal is eat as many freaking cards as I can. Let's see here. What is it? What's the number? 60 to 34? I'm dead. Oh, I have another cash in. That's beautiful. Do they hang on to their 26 and 18? That's a smart play to close off the U.S. so you can get the U.S. and I'm liking how they're playing, though. I think it's giving me hope that I might actually have a chance here. I think they're going to break Australia because people are always weird about Australia. Yeah, they want to break Australia. That's okay. Have Australia. Take it. They're at 51. I'm at 19. That gap is not going to close. It might get close, though. Okay, what do we do? How many cards would that be? I can break through them. They can have Australia. Let's do that. Let's just break them here. That was a bad roll, but that's okay. They're going to have Australia cards next. That was probably my last standing chance. They said our alliance is over. Of course our alliance is over. That's funny. No, our alliance is still on. We're in the end game. Yeah, they're going to clean me up. There's no way they don't. They have 54 troops. I have 21. I have no cash-ins. This was a fun ending, though. I'm glad I took action. I just wish I had fortified South America. I should have fortified the top with that 100 plus stack. That first turn that I took action. That would have been the time to do it. That would have been the winning move. So right now they're trying to do the slow secure of continents, which is somewhat safe. They have 4 cards, so they're going to have a cash in pretty soon. But I don't know. Let me see. Where do I want to go? I want to go backwards here. Let's take a little bit more of Asia as we do that. Again, I don't think I have a chance in hell of winning at this point, but just taking as much as I can. 21 to 49, yeah. And they have a card cash in. This game is over. They seem like young players, so they might do the slow crawl, which is kind of a fun way to win. Yep, they're going to do the slow crawl. So what they'll do is probably secure they're going to probably hang out in Kamchatka and just kind of close in turn by turn. Because at some point they start getting like exponential growth. So this was a fun game. I should have moved my 100 stack up top. Oh well. They could close out this game right now. They should turn their animations off. I don't think this is I am not losing to a master at this point. I can definitely tell. Yeah, I only have 3 cards. This game's over. This game's over, guys. Where do we want to go? I want to start moving back and eating some territory. I mean, if I can, I might as well just eat as much as I can in Asia. They have to be able to close this on the next turn. It's not that hard. Do you have a card caching? I do not. So this game is done. I don't think I'm losing to a master here. I think I'm losing to potentially a beginner because I think they still have their animations on. That's why their movements are so slow. And that's actually a pro tip. Like if you guys are playing Risk and you want to move a little faster, make sure you turn your animations off on the settings. It'll make your troops move just a little bit quicker. So the question is, do they do the whole just leaving one there? Oh, they do. They're like a cat. I don't surrender, dude. I will not surrender. You have to kill me. Now, hopefully they don't just keep accruing troops because that's kind of a drag. They were like, come on, surrender. They got mad. Did you see the mad face? They're like, what the heck, man? And I'm like, no, I don't surrender. You can't surrender in Risk. I could wave the white flag, but what's the point in that? And again, just make it a quick death, man. I'm like the weird general who's just like, I spit on you. Let's do this again. Take that. Boom. I'll say good game. Now kill me. I'm like the villain at the end of the movie that's like, kill me. Cool. Kill me. Yay. Okay. So that game's over. Let's see where everybody ranked. Pink was not a master. They were pretty new. Battle points weren't calculated. Let's see what level everybody was at. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, we're in pretty good standing. I guess Pink was a master. We were playing against 4 masters and 1 expert, which explains the slow, steady play. So that makes me feel a little better about this game. I won't be losing a lot of points because I didn't lose to blue. And so that means I'll probably gain some points from this game because I definitely ranked higher than some of the other masters. Wow, that was fun. Cool. All right, I'm going to go work on comics now. Thanks for hanging out and watching my Risk game. It's always fun to see where everybody ranked. Wow, it's a game full of masters. How fun is that? I'll just close that out. We've retained our master status. And that was fun. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like these videos, let me know in the comments or in the chat if you want to see me continue these Risk streams, because it's a way for me to provide content to you guys. And I'm going to go work on comics so that hopefully midday tomorrow I can actually show you guys some comic book art stuff and we can do a hangout. So see you tomorrow. I think Gary Hodges is doing his stream. Philip was saying, are you coming back to work on your comics on the stream? I'm going to be working on comics on stream tomorrow, probably midday, but tonight I think I need to do most of my stuff off stream. So I'm like getting closer, and I'm really excited about sharing the page, not just because I obnoxiously think it's funny that it's page 69, but outside of that, I'm really excited about sharing it when I can. So, but I'm going to go work off stream. And then if any of you guys are streaming or anything like that, I'll be listening in probably while I draw. So, all right. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Landon. Thank you, Frank. And have a good night, guys. Oh, and Philip said, okay, just wondering, I'm sitting up working on something myself. Nice. Well, Philip, if you're streaming, I'll listen in. So give me a heads up if you are. All right. I will see you guys on the next live stream. And we came in second, but playing against a bunch of peers, which was kind of cool. Makes me feel a little better. However, if you guys replay this and you're looking for strategy tips, the moment I started taking aggression towards Pink, who was in North America while I was in South, I needed to, my second move after breaking them in Greenland, my second move would have been to move my troops up, my 100 stack up so that it could hit like Mexico. So that's where I messed up. Like instead of moving that 100 stack, I accidentally said skip fortify, and so it stayed as a 1, so I couldn't attack the next turn. If I had been in attack position the next turn, that game could have turned out significantly differently. So if you guys are watching for strategy and you wanted to make a move like I did there successfully, that would be the one big. I mean, I was taking a risk, but that was the one that just killed my probability of actually, like, it definitely took me to second, but it was like the difference of second and first. All right. Have a good night, guys, and have a good Friday night. And I will see you guys a lot probably tomorrow, because even before I'm ready to stream comics, I'll probably stream another game of Risk tomorrow, because I tend to play in the mornings too. All right. Have a good night, and I will see you guys on the next live stream. Thanks for being subscribed and all of that fun stuff, and hitting the bell so you get notifications. I will see you later. Bye.